Hey guys, I'm gonna sit outside and look how pretty my husband made her. He did the lawn and everything. He's got a little break from school, so he's working on that. But I just wanted to talk to you guys about my doctor's appointment today, and also talk to you about the benzodiazepine withdrawal that I went through. Let me try to set this up right. Okay, so where I left off was so I was on the Xanax, right, and the Klonopin for like 6 months, and my body had become dependent. So when I decided to get off of it, I went into a withdrawal. And I don't know if anybody out there suffers from eyes are watering. I don't know if anybody out there suffers from benzodiazepine withdrawal, or if you ever have. But it was the hardest thing I've ever gone through. It was the scariest thing I went through for me and my husband. And I didn't have any idea what was happening to me. And it all started, what's crazy is it started feeling like the attacks that I was getting when my blood sugar was elevated. So I didn't know. And it was just like my heart was racing. That's how it started. Like I'd be sitting just anywhere. I'd be doing nothing. And all of a sudden my heart would just start pounding. Like it would go from a resting heart rate to feeling like if I was being dropped from an airplane. And I was like, whoa, I'm having a panic attack, because I've had panic attacks before. So I recognized that I was having a panic attack. I was like, oh my goodness. And you just get dizzy. You feel like you're about to faint. You just don't know what's going on, you know? And I couldn't connect the dots. I could not connect the dots that it was my body going through withdrawals because I had stopped taking the Xanax. For the life of me, I didn't know. And so I'm just like thinking it's the diabetes, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna die. Like my body is just not bouncing back from this. It's not bouncing back. Something's wrong, And my husband was like, well, let's just keep doing what we're doing, keep eating right. Let's just keep doing what we're doing and see if it levels out. Well, I went to a psychiatrist, right? Because I was like, for a little bit, I was like, well, maybe I do need to get back on the Xanax because these panic attacks are getting worse. So what I did was, I was thinking, let me get back on the meds because these attack, quality of life, right? I was like literally stuck in the bed. So I was like, I want to be able to get up, be a wife, help my husband, do things around the house. And I was still in school at this time. So I still had deadlines. And I was like, you know what, I'm done dealing with this. I'm going to take my Xanax or Klonopin, whatever they give me, and this diabetes stuff is going to have to work itself out. And so I went back to the doctor, and the doctor said, I can't give you no more of these medications because they're like I forget what she called it, a schedule something. Basically, it's like a narcotic, or not a narcotic, but I don't know, is it a narcotic? I'm not sure. But she's like, you're gonna have to go see a psychiatrist. So I was like, okay, well, recommend me to one. So she recommended me to one, and she recommended me to one who, the lady was really nice. I'm not gonna say anything bad about her. I was telling her what was going on, and she's like, yeah, I think you've developed some depression and maybe some anxiety or panic disorder. So she extended my prescription for the Xanax, right? Because I was open with her about everything, and so I was telling her everything that was going on. And she continued the Xanax, and so I started taking the Xanax regularly. Instead of just taking one when I started feeling that feeling come on, I was taking one in the morning, I was taking one in the middle of the day, and I was taking one in the evening. So my prescription was for 0.25, right? So I was now taking 0.75, and it was working for a little bit. I had a little bit better quality of life, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe that is what's wrong with me. Maybe I am literally dealing with the diabetes, and my body is just unstable or something. So I stayed on the meds for another 3 months, taking it continually. Now Guys, I'm gonna have to upgrade for real this iPhone thing, because you need storage space to do these videos, because it keeps cutting off on me. But I think I'm gonna have to do this in sections or like episodes. But I think I'll like upload one, record some more, upload it, you know, and like put it like in a playlist or something. But so what happened was, I started taking the medication regularly because I was like, hey, my quality of life is better. But what happened was, by me taking it regularly, my body was becoming more dependent on it. And something happened to me that, because I was like, inside I was like struggling, because I didn't want to be on medication. When you grow up in foster care, they put you on medication like for your whole life. They're like, you're depressed, you're this, you're that, you're too hyper, you need to be on meds. So we were constantly on medication, and I hated being on medication. So taking this pill regularly, I was like, oh no, something's got to give. And I kept praying about it, right? I kept asking, like, Father, if this is not right for me, please tell me, please show me. And one day we came across a video on YouTube, and I was watching it, and it just kind of hit me, like, it just hit my heart. And it was this man talking about pharmakia and, you know, how these medicines come about. And I was like, that's my sign, because I felt it when I heard that video. I was like, yeah. So I decided I was going to come off these medications, and I told my husband, and he was like, hey, you know what, all this back and forth stuff, you need to make a decision. Like, are you going to keep taking the meds, or you're not going to keep taking the meds, you know? Because I need to know. We need to, whatever's going to happen, we need to get on the ball with what's going on with you. And I was like, I don't want the prescription anymore, you know, I want to get off of it. And he's like, all right, let's do it. And okay, so I decided to stop taking the medication, and I told my psychiatrist, I was like, hey, you know, I really want to come off this medication. I've been doing some research, and I don't want to quit cold turkey. I want to come off of it, like lower my dosage or whatever. And she's like, lower your dosage? She's like, I only prescribe it, like, take as needed. I didn't tell her I was taking it 3 times a day prior to her prescribing it to me. I was like, and I showed her the bottle. I was like, my other doctor was giving it to me 3 times a day. And she's like, oh, there's no way that you could be, your body could be dependent on it, because you haven't been on it that long. And I'm trying to tell her what's going on, because I just knew at that point, I knew this is the medication that's doing this to me. I'm checking my blood sugars. I'm wearing my continuous glucose monitor. My blood sugars have come down. I'm not eating any added sugars. I'm not eating candy, sweet things. I'm not doing that anymore. Something else is wrong. And she was just like, she wasn't budging. She was like, no, I'll keep prescribing it to you, but basically, however you're gonna come off of it, that's something you're gonna do, because there's nothing in the literature that says you should be dependent on this. And I was like, okay, fine, you know, I'll figure this out. I've been through worse. So that started a whole nother thing, which I'm gonna upload these, because I gotta delete some stuff from my phone. I know all you YouTube vloggers out there know what I'm talking about. I gotta upgrade soon, which me and my husband have already been talking about it, because I'm really enjoying this, and I'm really excited about starting a dialogue with everybody in the comments. And I'm gonna attach an email address if you guys want to reach out and talk to me, and because I just want to be able to encourage anybody, even if it's just one person. You know, maybe there's somebody out there going through some things that I went through, that say, hey, you know, can you help me? I'm going through this too. Have questions. How did you do this? Or that's what me and my husband want to do, and that's what this channel is for, really, just to give you an insight of that when things are awful and dark, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is our Creator. I'll never budge from that. My faith is what keeps me breathing every day. I know that the moment I step my foot on that ground is by the mercy of our Creator. There's no other reason for me to be here or be alive but by His mercy and His grace. And but yeah, I'm gonna upload this, and then I'll get on to the next part. Okay, all right guys, thank you.